That one wouldn't have been hidden.
Oh, I was muted for the stream, so nobody heard my intro. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20 at patreon.com/Once Upon a D20. Right here on...
reacting to nobody.
It was nothing but talking heads. Nothing
Indeed.
but talking heads.
I'm just a talking head. It's fine.
So yeah, like you said, go check out that episode from Friday.
Yeah, go check out the episode on Friday. It was great. It was the Inquisition of Nyack Crestvale, and in front of some very powerful people who had some very powerful magic and some very interesting things to say. But there was a lovely cameo by one. You got to go tune in to find out. We will
go find out if Nyack survived.
Yeah, go find out if Nyack survived. It was a very interesting time.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we left off on the stream, on the soup itself, the soup as a whole, if you will,
The soupiest of soups.
yes, the group made it to the Blooming Grove to try and find Joanne. Much to their chagrin, she wasn't there, but much to their enjoyment, one of the more permanent denizens of the Blooming Grove, one Caduceus Clay, had made sure that he came in and she got out, so that there would at least be somebody to entertain the dragon if the dragon came here for her. In doing so, he had a gift from a friend that let him polymorph her and send her off, basically letting her polymorph and go in a direction that Caduceus did not know, so that even if he were interrogated, he could literally give them nothing. In doing so, when the group came to call, they, seeking his advisement, decided that it would be a good time to just call Zelelth here. Akira, having the confidence in themselves to just take out the earring and think very loud. Zelelth being on guard for that very thing. Already searching for Joanne in this area, being a little off his own teleport to come here. Roared and began flying in the direction of the Blooming Grove. The group getting ready, getting their spells ready, getting their towels ready, because it was about to go down.
You know where your towel is?
Saw Zelelth come over the horizon of the trees, and riding on his back was something that looked a lot like Erdrin's father, but was definitely not.
You could say he was more frigid to the touch.
Y'all knew precisely where that man was, and you knew his motivations. And so this imposter, this simulacrum of him, boosted up to be as lively as a simulacrum could be, rode in, and when Zelelth landed to try and take out what had been the biggest threat, the smallest member of the party, who kept hiding between the gravestones. That snow pile,
natural habitat.
that snow pile of man jumped off the dragon's back and unleashed an unholy amount of damage on Luca.
Nah.
Leaving Luca at -2 death saves.
Ooh. It buffed. I'm good. I'm good.
The the group making sure to pile on and take down that snow pile before he could take another swing.
I got to kill my dad.
Yeah, he did not make that mistake a second time.
He did not make that mistake a second time. But Zell unleashing his own anger and frustrations on, or very, very near, a golden dragoned out Akira, very nearly disintegrating Shadow.
Yeah.
But instead very nearly disintegrating the dragon, the other dragon that he was facing. The group finally cornering Zell, seeing that he was nearly beat. He looked like he was getting ready to flee via the magic he commanded so well. I say commanded in the past tense, because Golden Akira, with their legendary actions, was able to, in the very last second, deal the final death blow to Zelelth the Collector. Zell having a moment of conversation before dying, let them know without him, it is coming for them. And expired. The rest of the group beginning their collection of the Collector, as one might say.
Redistribution.
Eredrin making sure to drive their blade in, scramble the brains a little bit. Just scratching the inside of the skull, not the outside. That would be disrespectful to the Storm's wishes of having a big-ass dragon skull.
Yeah, just maybe don't use it as a cup. It might not be food safe with all those gouges in it.
Yeah, possibly.
We'll see.
He can sand him down. Storm knows.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Storm knows how to
that
do
needs
things.
be buffed out, yeah.
But that is where we left off as the group begins to salvage. Glorious taking a moment to, well, when given scrambled brains, sometimes one must consume the scrambled brains. I think that's a law somewhere. Might be a law out on the mountain somewhere.
I think that came from Louisiana.
Indeed.
All the love for that state.
But
I think it was more about like the heart and whatnot, though. You know, strength of the dragon, all that shit was in the heart.
Indeed, Storm retrieving the large beach ball sized heart, several 100 pounds. Glorious eating and suddenly exposing something kind of central in that gray matter. Something that whose unobstruction suddenly ignites its, or you can see its light. An orb. Soft, green, crystal orb. This perfect sphere, encased in bands of gold that wrap around it.
It's pretty shiny.
It's pretty shiny, and that soft green glow pulsing from it. Psychically, And you can tell psychically because all of you have so much experience with psychic energy now.
Yeah, the
So
bright
we're
waves.
2 scions in the party.
That's what happens. But you feel this alluring song, nothing that mechanically is forcing you towards it, but glorious kind of when she sees it. You've only heard her purr when she's just eaten her fill and just kind of flopping over and purring. She's sitting there staring at this thing and purring very loudly. It's almost a soothing, pleasant song coming from it. Hey, Jeremy, you can turn that song on the Kozlov to something a little more, a little less openy, shall we say? Let's go. Let's do this one. I know how
Does
to do
anyone know Identify?
I think we all do, and
We all
the
do.
storm is
I do
definitely gonna pick it up and and look at it and cast Identify because he's curious. It's singing in his brain, of which he doesn't have on right now.
Indeed. So, picking up the orb.
Though that being said,
Are we
I still
wondering?
have a +9 to Arcana without my brain on.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh
one
wait,
reason.
hold on. My brain is actually attached right now. It shouldn't be. Hold on. That's weird. Okay. No, it's still a +2. Never mind.
It's still better than yeah.
Oh yeah,
Still
yeah.
more than it should be.
No, you're set. You're fine. But having that song calling to you, picking it up, and then beginning to cast Identify on it, inside of your mind, Storm, you hear a call to you.
You have to pick it up. You're a pain in the ass to fight.
And
I'm wounded.
you hear it. You hear it say, you are the respected one. The one who oversees the pack.
A new hand touches the beacon.
If Asher were over there and like he could hear it, he'd be like, "Oh, this is talking to me." So
Okay.
Yeah, we ended last session with Caduceus saying something about going in and finally having that nice cup of tea, and Asher being like, "Tea? Yes. Out of the cold? Yes. No more dragon? Yes."
yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah,
And I didn't
felt
see how it
apropos.
ran. I just thought I was in the house, and so I was like, "Oh, stuff must have gone down to where I stayed."
Yeah, no, it was, as soon as the battle was over, it was like, "Oh, can we not face that dragon anymore? I love that. Tea? I love that too."
Right.
Never touch the stuff. Fish fucking it. Wait, what? No, that's water. That's water. My bad. Anyways, so yes, you are the leader of the pack, aren't you? You watch over them all. Very powerful.
It is I.
Are you saying that aloud?
No. Because I'm used to psychic stuff even when I'm dumb at this point.
you do have that Arcana +2.
Yeah.
Well then.
Everyone else, I'm just pondering this orb really hard.
really
right now.
pondering the orb really hard. You're starting the identify process.
Yeah.
Why the air?
And as you ponder, he continues to poke at you. And so they would listen to you, wouldn't they?
Oh
Can I
no.
please insight that something's going on, please?
I mean, they definitely
He's
usually.
casting Identify right now.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely usually heed my advice. I wouldn't say they do what I say.
Well then, hopefully, they will respect your voice. And as you are completing your Identify spell, go ahead and make a Charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm gonna tell you above table because I'm starting to adopt this philosophy from Brennan Lee Mulligan. The DC is 20.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. There's I could pass this.
Yes, it's one that you can pass. It's hard, but you can pass it. You definitely have the
counter charm.
ability.
Counter charm.
Well, this is
well.
all quiet and in the mind.
Ha!
Oh, sad face.
Yeah.
Why didn't we detect thoughts so I could hear what was going on here, like we did with Akira opening the box?
Because we didn't, and this is. I mean, we can't do that each time because we don't know. So this is it. This is it.
It wouldn't
This
be
is
as
just-
fun.
Yeah,
Paranoia.
This is part of the game.
So
Yeah, and I have nothing. I don't have any inspirations. I can't re-roll that. Nothing. So.
Well,
Oh wait,
I mean, we
wait,
can
wait,
give you
wait.
some-
yeah,
wait.
one of y'all can give one if you want to.
wait. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
I do have luck.
You do have luck.
I love luck.
Yeah, that feels like the sort of thing that you would have used.
Yeah. Yeah. This. Okay, that's
14
it's
is
better,
14.
but
Okay.
yeah.
So with that,
No, 14 or something?
yeah,
No, never mind.
as you complete your Identify on it, the voice goes dormant, and you immediately feel the attunement to it. What would you be willing to unattune from at this point?
I have an open attunement slot at this moment.
Oh, yeah, because you
yeah,
the staff you had only used the staff, so this takes the attunement of the staff then.
Yeah, well, I passed the staff off to Luca before the fight, so I broke my own attunement with that.
Yeah.
And so
easy enough. And so this slides into the attunement, but you understand the Identify of Orb of Dragonkind. And what you understand of it is that it can it has 7 charges. There is a recharge on it. You can use 4 of those charges to cast a 9th level Cure Wounds.
Jeez.
One charge to cast Daylight on the orb. 2 charges to cast Death Ward from it. You can cast Detect Magic from it for free. And you can scry with it for 3 charges. DC 18.
Interesting.
And that it is basically indestructible.
Okay.
As well, you are aware that it contains the soul of Zelelth, and you are aware of it, and you are not compelled in any way not to tell anybody.
I see. Okay.
But that's that.
Okay. Can I get that in a text block to add to the notes?
Better than that, I think
Or-
you could look up the Orb of Dragonkind.
Oh, okay. It's the okay.
Functionally, Orb of Dragonkind.
Okay.
With a few changes, but the changes are amongst some of the cursed parts of it. Cursory.
I was gonna say, okay, I found it. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like there's also some random properties involved.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
Love that. Okay, cool, excellent. That's sweet, super cool.
But
Shit.
but this one you have no compulsions right now, other
Right.
than it locking onto you.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can hand it off freely. It's you're not covetous of it at the moment.
At the moment. Right. Okay.
So what is it?
As it said.
Yeah. So that was
Well,
that very
yeah.
tense minute for you.
Yeah. Or 10 minutes, maybe.
Oh,
I
well,
think
if you're
it's,
using the free one per day is just a 1 minute casting,
Oh,
and
okay,
it doesn't take
cool,
it doesn't take a material component. So
And that was a very short conversation in my head between me and Zelith, apparently. But so yeah, a very intense minute of staring at the orb, and then the storm's just kind of like, huh. Well, this is definitely an orb of Dragonkind, and
Luca, as soon as you hear that, you being particularly tuned in with the story of your group, you remember those words were the same words used by Bex Knackles in Hupperduke. She is guarding one of these from others.
Oh.
She was having some difficulties because of that. You know at least that much of it.
in
Luca would say that, just the exact same thing that Bex was guarding.
yeah, this one, I actually picked that one up too, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you rebuffed that one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, I didn't. I did not rebuff that one. I don't think. I think that one grabbed hold as well, but in a much more violent manner.
Oh yeah. No, you had to get
Yeah.
cured of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, it made you blind and all sort of or blind if it was far away from you and all sorts of shit. That's right. That was a really complicated orb. This one seems a lot less antithetical to your well-being.
So far.
I said seems, and so far.
And
But-
not a super huge thing, but like I just noticed the title of the thing on Twitch is still the Inquisition of Crestvale.
Oh
So-
damn it!
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Let's say that.
I did DM you on that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Dang it,
probably
Jeremy.
did.
You had one job, Jeremy. No.
I had 17 jobs, Jeremy.
Yeah, how dare you be the GM of this and run the channel and run the.
How dare you?
Totally forgot. I've got this thing.
And I expect my dry cleaning picked up by 4:45.
Yes, sir.
And 441 specifically for mine as well. So. Not a
You know
minute,
what,
sir.
guys?
Writing that one down.
So Vex also has orb.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain this one I'm pretty sure Zelith is in here.
Is that
So we have to
right?
destroy it then.
I mean, I don't think we could. Like this, like it's a big ask. Like my brain's not on right now, but I do know that like magic thingies like this, really, really obscenely hard to destroy.
So
Like
the
At least
old,
you didn't
near
say
impossible.
impossible.
Near
You said
impossible.
near impossible, but not
Yeah.
impossible.
so the old man, is in there.
Yeah. I think I could use him to cast spells and stuff.
You know what'd be
Akira-
really fitting? Is there a very large cow that we can insert that into?
I'm staying so out of this conversation.
While all of this is happening, Akira's gonna reach out telepathically to that orb.
You hear the alluring song a little dimmer right now, but opening your mind towards it, you hear it a little more clearly.
What is that? I'm hearing it. It's. I like big butts and again now. Orb?
Yep, that is the song of the
All
good
right.
people. Yep.
That is the song of the Geth. It's true. Ask anybody.
Are you in here, you old bastard?
You break the orb and coming out from it.
I thought that you would just leave me. I'm so glad to be found.
Where is Ritikosh's body?
I told you before, Ritikosh broke the plains. They sent them. He sent himself into the astral. I thought that he had taken you with him.
I see.
Apparently, he just made it. He probably put a seal of non-detection on your egg. He was always very smart.
What's the it? Who is coming for them?
I do not know its name. I know that it controls a part of mind flares below the mountains. I have never come face to face with it, but its psionic powers rival mine.
That's
That-
another good-
That put fear into even my heart.
Has anybody seen that meme with the crow that finds the magic staff that talks and it bangs it on the ground? It's like staffs don't talk.
They do talk. They say, I'm
Bangs rock on the ground. Orbs don't talk.
They say, I'm a stick.
That's shit.
Where is?
That's a deep cut.
That was a stick. That was a deep cut. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
That's fine.
Where is your horde?
The rest of the Kiev? Because
Yeah.
isn't that his horde?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does your pet Gith not remember where he came from?
Sorry, did this motherfucker just call me a pet?
You can't hear it.
I know I can't. This
Can
is
I
me
hear it?
reacting, not Aerodrin. This is me.
Can I hear it?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can hear this. You
Or at least
can hear this whole
Zealous side of it. Or?
You can hear the whole conversation.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Hey, not a pet. And what else is down there? That can be of use against the it that you were so afraid of.
Well, they have been trained since collection to try to hunt. They were connected to me to enhance their abilities. I fear now that without me, they will be overtaken. These mind flayers, when they take, they keep what they kill. They convert their foes to allies. And now, without my protection, they will be vulnerable to being hunted in
It's
return.
almost like you shouldn't have taken them from where they came from. Sorry. It's not my turn to talk.
It's like, I'm not hearing this.
I don't hear these words.
That mean it can't piss us off.
So, how much time?
All that bad guying.
How much time since your passing do we have before they can start to really hunt them?
I don't know. Because of this orb, eventually, I will be restored. Not
Is that so?
Not tomorrow. Not next year. But dragons rarely think on such a small scale.
Yeah, you're very big.
Well, good thing that I'll be guarding you along with him. The him being the storm, of course.
Oh, I trust the storm will protect me. Most certainly.
Pisses me
Going to insight to I, Sean, of course, know what this means, but I want Akira to find out.
Oh yeah,
what
totally. Throw
So
insight.
I am
See if-
going to insight to see if I can suss out about mind control. Probably not with that. Oh, I have an inspiration.
You do have an inspiration. It's the time.
Yeah.
18.
With an 18, you can tell that it's underlined with essentially threat. Most things that come out of this dragon's mind seem somehow underlined with threat. But that one did stick out a little.
If there is a astral projection of the storm in this conversation, I definitely side eye it.
No,
Oh.
there's no projection of it. He can just
No projection.
he can
No,
just
we're just standing near each other,
Gotcha.
having a psychic conversation.
Having the psychic
Hero with that.
conversation. Then I will.
I'll say with that insight, you can tell that the storm is like kind of looking towards you when you talk, kind of looking towards the orb when it talks.
Yeah, I'm gonna side eye that in real life, in real time.
Yeah.
I'm going to side eye that.
The storm just looks at you like, what?
Nothing, buddy. Nothing. And then I'll go back to the conversation with Zelif. I don't know how to stop this regeneration from happening, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. And this isn't the last you've heard of me, because I'm sure you have more information to pass on.
I hope not. I hope to really get to know you better.
No.
You were the most precious thing for me.
And you heard some of the most precious things to me. And I will
to show you how temporary they all are compared to us. You are better than any of them.
And I'm shutting this down now.
And he's trying to talk at you, and you just cut.
Akira, did it work?
Mind flares.
Of course.
Mind
But were you
flares.
able to talk to him?
Yeah.
Fucking things again.
Yeah, I was able to talk to him.
Nowhere near this conversation, but just when you say mind flayers, just
Mind flares, as of probably this very moment, are hunting the gift.
Knox out there making a Jim Carrey face right now.
So,
Speaking of,
we need to go back to Grimglow.
while this conversation is going on, Eredrin, you still have up the true sight.
Yeah.
It takes a minute, but like Asher just going in, having some tea, and then walking out, you see a little eyeball-sized orb just floating above his head.
Would I be able to, with my intelligence, intuit that he's being scried upon?
You know what that looks like. You know what that looks like, and it's just a little, a little kind of like purple pink. Different magic than that's going on over there.
Mm-hmm. Akira, hold that thought with the mind flares. Storm, don't put that up just yet. I want to have a few words with that man in just a second. Asher,
Hey, what's up?
who's scrying on you?
Oh,
Do
don't
you know?
worry. It's just Nyack. He has to look in.
Okay, then.
Yeah, no, it's cool. He gave sending to me, and he wanted to like see how everybody was doing and everything. Didn't tell why. He just said he wanted to check in.
Okay.
Gives significant glance.
Yeah, and the more side eye goes from Storm towards the Kaseer.
Do you have any other eye, Akira? But
No.
Okay.
No, I do not. Akira
this-
only deals in side eye.
keep him honest, I guess. Then I'd turn back to the orb and I want to try to link to it.
Oh yeah, that's easy enough. As soon as you reach your mind out, it connects, and you hear that. One of the ones that got away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Said you're the one that got away.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, hey bastard.
You're welcome.
No, no. That's not what we're doing.
Oh, you think your gifts are yours?
Oh.
Your gifts.
You think you have any control over my abilities?
No. I merely unlocked them. You and yours are such beautiful creatures. You're able to be enhanced, to be molded, to be brought to such beautiful.
Yeah, I don't really care
dangerous-
about your whole speech, but I will reply with this, since you think we can be molded so well, and you find our history and our people so interesting. You would know that our people went through this once before. You basically took the role of the Mind Flayers in the story of our people, and you would also understand how dumb that is, because of our ability to mold ourselves and to build up resistances. You should have known that something like this was going to happen sooner or later, and you just, in your idiocy, decided to still continue forth with this course of action. And I want you to know, I will find a way to destroy this orb, and I will make sure that you rot in the Nine Hells forever. You're the reason I and several other people in my creche are going to be damned to the Nine Hells, because we killed our fellow people thinking we were trying to survive. And I'm going to make sure when I get down to the Nine Hells too. I'm going to rip you to shreds time and time and time again until you're nothing more in this realm of existence and or the next.
Guys, I think Arjun's constipated. Look at that. Look
Is
at
this or is this all mental?
I know this is telepathic.
Okay, I started to say I didn't know if you were actually verbalizing this at all, because if we're all listening to this, I'm like,
That was why I made the comment.
You think you're bound for hell. You believe in that drivel of Mother Gith and Vlakith. You're free of them, Eredrin. Here, far away from where you began.
Don't paint yourself. No, shut up again. Don't paint yourself to be a savior. Don't. Nope. I don't. Nope.
You are far from their influence. I'm not saying I saved you. I'm saying that you saved you.
Yeah, all this little, like, nice talk, trying to butter me up now after leaving me in the Underdark for, 12, 13 years, letting my friends die and be used for different purposes in that way. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything you want to say. I literally just wanted to come in here to yell at you for a little bit because I didn't get to do it during the battle. So just letting you know that this may be a pretty regular occurrence, that I will be coming in here just to bitch you out for a little bit and then
Storm
logging
starts
back off.
shaking his head. Like, no,
So-
I'm not doing that.
So, thank you for giving me this first opportunity. I'm look forward to seeing you again when I get something new to complain to you about.
You are.
Go die,
You are
go
so
burn,
spicy.
fuck yourself, and I hang up.
And I hang up.
that is the equivalent of casting Speak with Dead just so you can rage on someone.
So,
Yeah, and
from the
in your
storm
mind,
to the
yeah,
orb.
yeah, in your mind, Storm, you hear.
Yeah.
I hear that sort of insolence all the time. Funny. He thinks he's unique.
Yeah, and the Storm's like, yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna be pulling you out to deal with that on the regular either.
Oh no, I'm used to it. It is okay.
Mm-mm. Alright, back in the boat. Back in the hole. And he stuffs him into, not the bag of holding, but one of his pouches.
One of your pouches,
it's-
yeah. It sinks in. It's it's decent size. It's
Yeah.
8-9 inch orb just hanging on your side. But yeah, unless anybody else has anything to say to the orb.
No.
You all-
Akira just goes back into kind of sinking into Luca's arms out there until we make our way back into the just to bed for the night.
Yes, indeed.
Nah,
You all.
I got it out my system for now, so.
You all. There we go. You all begin your scavenging the thousands and thousands of pounds of scavenging. As promised, I did make sure to have the exhaustive list for the sake of the stream. Getting about 3,700 pounds of bone, including the skull. All 16 talons intact. From the bottom jaw, being able to extract 2 fangs, 5 incisors, and 5 molars, leaving the top skull intact for the storm. The 300-pound heart, after, of course, it is emptied of the dragon and blood. We already dealt with the brain. Caduceus, as y'all are doing the thing and actually salvaging parts, he kind of, keeping an eye out of one of the cottage windows, actually takes an emptied water barrel, like one of those 55-gallon water butt barrels, and just kind of rolls it out, unseals the top from it. It's still clean on the inside, and he just, go ahead and use this for, I know how valuable dragon blood and things are. And you are, in fact, able to fill the 55-gallon water barrel. Other parts of the blood drip in, onto the ground and down the side of the mountain. You are able to get in the realm of 5,000 pounds of meat. The scales that you are able to get that are usable, these pretty decent sized single scales, 203. The hide that you are able to use is especially good. Most of your strikes on it were pretty precision. 396 square feet, and each wing is about 194 square feet of leather, or of wing hide. And I've detailed out how those break down and what you can do with them. At least with what I have already set up. I, of course, can only account for so many thoughts.
Right.
But
So
that does take the entirety of the rest of the day and beginning into the night to do. But
for sure.
Well, then I would have to step off during that after helping for a little while, because I need to go find my sister.
Well, while that's going on, you take to Glorious, take to the sky. The smell, as Caduceus had mentioned, of the tea and things being boiled, permeating the air around, you take to the sky, and begin your search. Go ahead and make a survival or investigation, your choice.
Also, sorry for jumping on what you were saying, Justice, about that. Apologies.
You're good.
I was going to say, before I go, to make my life easier and to let Joan know I'm coming, I was going to use my sending stone to Fisher, because it's a new day, and tell Fisher to tell Sophie Tono to tell Joanne to look for me riding on a manticore flying in the sky.
Doing the old telephone trick.
Yeah.
I hope by the time it gets around, it's like riding an angry boar with pie. I hope that's the end result from all of that.
He's riding an ankylosaurus and he's high.
Right.
So while you're throwing that, Storm, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know things.
I am going to side bolster Nack because
Oh yeah.
I can. So D8. So dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That lowering of the DC that you did by using proper preparation previously, you go flying around, and while 20 wouldn't normally do it for you. With her, of all people.
Has he still got the true sight up?
Well,
Probably not by the time it starts.
well, yeah. What I mean to say is 20 wouldn't normally have done it. You did provide a warning.
Mhm.
And as you call it out, or you called out, you flying by actually see a bolt of, let me bring up her character sheet because I have a character sheet for her. Bolt of I'll say it's a very particular energy type. I'm trying to remember which one she had. Here it goes. It's loading.
All I think it was that meme of that one guy LARPing going, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Sleep. Yeah. So,
and the sleep gives me Hulkbuster. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
yes. So there is it is firebolt. There is a and it seems like it very purposefully flies ahead of you, like it's trying to get your attention, and you turn and look, and out from some of the bush down below, you see standing up, wearing a kind of celebratory, I guess not celebratory, but battle. You have your silver battle mask. She has hers, kind of a tiara that goes across and down the sides of her face, framing her face. And she stands up and sees you and calls out in Gith, "About fucking time."
I'd call back, "You didn't tell us you were leaving."
Gonna give me a ride, or you gonna make me walk back?
No, I was gonna make you walk. Come on.
Fucking love you.
Love you too.
And you swoop down. She seeming to kind of go into a run to basically try and interrupt the movement as little as possible. Goes into a run, mounts up on the back, and just kind of wraps around you, and y'all start flying back. And she just kind of hugs you tightly for a moment, a moment of sincerity, that really deep concern, where y'all normally, y'all have the knifey relationship too, but here in this moment, you can tell that she was actively afraid for you, and in seeing that you're okay, kind of just holds her head against your back and just kind of growls out, "Any survivors?"
Yeah. We have a couple more to revive, but yeah, V and Day are alive. Dad's alive. Mom's alive.
Dad is here.
Yes, Mom's still in the elements, but Dad's in Nicodranus.
My God.
Yeah. And most importantly, and I'd press my hand against her arm that I know is right around me, and I'd just be like, "The dragon's fucking dead."
And you feel her just full body laugh. Well done.
We said a long time ago we weren't going to let him hurt anyone else. And I swear to God, we're not going to let that happen.
You did it, brother.
And by God, you've gotten old. What have you done?
Oh, shut your dirty whore mouth.
Let me let you meet my friends, and let me see you. You've got to see Akira. Akira has grown up so much.
Really? That's beautiful. I will want to spar with them later.
I'm sure we can arrange it.
Of course.
And being able to fly directly back. The rest of you see flying in a equally tall, slightly shorter, but well built Gith woman on Glorious back, and landing back in. She kind of almost casually dismounts off of the back of Glorious as she comes to a stop and kind of stands there, not heavily armored, merely kind of like robed over because it's the winter time, but then underneath it there is a breastplate that has a raven symbol emblazoned into it, kind of stamped into it and made darker. And she looking towards the rest of the group, just, oh, you made some rather impressive friends, it seems. In common this time.
Akira is going to full body run.
Right in
Joan.
Oh yeah, full on. You go running at her, and she just extends her arm, and a long stick. It is a rod, but it slips out and has that kind of that's an actual raven skull kind of pressed into the top of it, and it slides out, and she just does it like a quick swing at you to make sure you're still aware.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, you're able to deflect it easily. It is not high enough amount of damage, even if it was able to hit you, and just the swing of, like, you definitely know it's her, and collide in the hug, and she just, you have gotten big.
Just it's the push-ups.
You're gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I am happy that you're alive.
I am happy that you are alive as well. Especially, and she looks towards the splayed out, this, like, just completely autopsied and being taken apart dragon. Yeah. Very expertly being carved up by Storm and Shadow.
There is someone I'd like you to meet. I know this is odd for a first-time meeting, but there's someone special I want to introduce you to.
Really? And she, having no clue at this moment, doesn't even look towards Luca, and just kind of like is looking about. And
Akira is going to point to wherever, like, we'll begin walking, but also point towards wherever Luca is currently
nearby
standing. And yeah, I start escorting Joan over to Luca. This is Luca, and he's my fiance.
fiance, and she looks at you, Luca, and the other Gith of Akira's family are a little harder core, a little more always on. She landed with the intensity, and took a swing at Akira with that same intensity, and then suddenly, like, in hearing fiance, she flips to much more casual, almost normal Exandrian denizen, and just really. And she puts a hand out towards you. Well, Joanne.
Luca stops halfway through conjuring a shield and shakes her hand.
You like have your shield hand ready, and she just hand the open hand, and like the stick that came out kind of slides back around, and her hand grabs the raven end, or the raven skull end, and the bottom of it kind of slides out to an entire walking stick.
I was very much expecting still to get like headbutted or otherwise attacked. I'm just going to shake her hand. Hello, it's pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, don't worry, that's next. So as she shakes your hand, she shakes your hand and tries to like pull you in for a headbutt. But
she can do it. Yeah,
I would say, are you allowing her to connect, or are you gonna? Well, I'll say with an 11, in you allowing it to connect, it doesn't hurt. And so she goes in for the headbutt, and full on you meet her basically forehead to forehead, right in the right spot, and it's just this. It's a almost coconutty sounding skull to skull. Bah! And she, and then seeing that it hits, and you being unfazed, not taking any damage, she, like, this double delight over her face, and she actually lets go of the raven staff and hugs you entirely, kind of seeing that you are built strong enough to do so, wrapping around you with her.
I am not, in fact, built strong enough to do so, but the amulet of health that I'm wearing.
Oh, well, no, you're. I mean, you have a 16 strength.
I have.
Yeah, you're stealth strong. But full on,
build,
full on, the headbutt, and then seeing that you're able to take it, just glomps onto you, full arms and legs, just wraps around you, and it like with this, like, she's not like grappling you, but just this full enthusiasm hug, and she just kind of like kisses the forehead where she headbutted you, and kind of like leaning back says, "Well, he's tough enough."
Luca is going to take a couple of steps with her like hanging off of him and look over at Akira and just, "Love, did you drop this?"
You should get used to this. Welcome to the family.
And she dismounts and kind of stands tall again, and just, well, yeah, I never thought my little sibling, my little Akira would. I never thought you'd get the gumption to even date.
Yeah, a lot has changed since we were last together. I will catch you up, but while this person is obviously, Luke is very special to me, there are a few other people I'd like you to meet, gesturing towards the storm.
Hey, don't forget the ring. Show her the ring.
Oh, Akira says, Eredrin made it, I would be remiss
Yeah,
if I did not.
yeah. Well, 100%. That was in character. Eredrin calls it out, and she looks at the ring, and then looks back towards Eredrin, and just kind of gives a thumbs up, like, "Good job." And then full on just like glazes by it, like that's as much validation as she gives you.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then kind of walks over, kind of sliding down the hillside a little bit, with Akira gesturing. And
This is the storm. He has been a great friend, protector, excellent sparring partner.
You are quite an impressive specimen, the storm.
I'll get that a lot, to be honest. But
Are you of the Dunrocks? You seem familiar.
I am, yes. Way up.
What
Sorry. Just realized I have a missed phone call from somebody, but I can get back to it later.
what
Anyway.
clan? What clan do you hail from?
Okay, how did we rule? How did we rule that again? It's the Marin, right? Or
I think so. Yeah.
okay. The Marin clan.
And there's a moment where she actually hesitates in the niceties. And are you still a part of the Marin clan?
Okay. So this is a touchy thing because I don't actually recall if we talked about whether Marin was the Goliath clan I was part of or my adopted orc clan.
The Goliaths.
Okay, that would make more sense. Okay. No.
And Akira and Eredrin very actively see when she asks that question a dagger flipping into one of her hands. And then when he says no, the dagger flips back under her robes.
Oh, thank God.
Good. The ones that have come across this grove in recent months were deeply unpleasant. And she actually extends that dagger hand, now emptied, to you to shake your hand.
Yeah. Traditional Doomerin the Storm handshake. Grab forearm so as not to crush fingers.
Surely.
And he'll just sort of raise an eyebrow and be like, "They've been round here, then."
They have passed through. They were looking for supplies. Luckily, when they saw a bunch of Firbolg near their own size all file out of this very humble home, they seemed to comprehend that this was not a place to cause problems.
It's good of them. Or they're this far south.
Yes, indeed. They... Where do they make camp?
Well, when I was with them, we were in the more northern parts of the Greying Wilds. So, for them to have traveled the passes is interesting.
They went back north into the wood. They were not seeking mountains. Something in the wood seemed to call them.
Strange.
And when they decided not to cause the trouble here, something whistled to them and they ran back. Don't know what it was. I wasn't seeking to know about them. But they did try to intimidate the Clays, and, well, that would have been a very stupid decision to try and follow through with.
Sorry. I could believe that, as I can attest to Catechus's display in the battle. Yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah, I know. Indeed. And she just kind of slaps your shoulder like, he's a big one.
Yeah.
And that God, you're pretty.
Yeah,
kind of
right?
thing. And
Thanks to all these scars, I've only gotten prettier.
and
Subtle nod to the thank you for a charisma boost.
Shadow kind of just pops up from taking a huge slab of the collector out of him, and Shadow was good, and he goes right back into it, and she just kind of, is that a cat?
Yeah,
I'm a man. Right, I'm sorry.
He's new to the group. He took the place of his twin brother. It's all very dramatic.
Well,
but he's a good guy.
Who would know anything about twin brothers and trading places? And she unsubtly body checks Eredrin, not in any way that would knock him over. She's weaker than you by far, but
Hey, I can attest that we are now in our right namesakes. Okay, I'm not Eric in disguise.
For this hour, maybe. And over here, this. Are you still blue, Bearded? I don't recall.
I think Bearded had to step away for a second.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I had to step away for a second, but
Okay.
I'm listening. Yes, I am still blue, unfortunately, because I keep turning blue every time I use wild magic.
So
it's only every fourth time, but unfortunately you use it sometimes 2 or 3 times in a row.
I walk Joanne towards Kassir and I say, and this blue, but primarily green creature is Kassir. And
no, he's very blue. Are your eyes okay?
no, he's sometimes green. It's just not right now.
Oh, so you are of the fairer shade.
Yeah, exactly. Is she hot?
I mean, I mean, here's the deal. I don't know. Is she hot?
I mean, you're into people with no noses, so.
It's not no nose. Hers is just short nose. It's very who, you know.
Hey,
I'm going to
just
argue
saying.
she is very well built because she had to raise Eredrin, Eric, and Akira at the same time.
Oh yeah, no. I just meant that. What did I do? What did I do? I flipped it upside down. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, she's just not as strong as you currently are. She's not strong. She has a positive strength modifier. It is not 0.
Do you find Eredrin attractive? I guess is the question.
It's been canonical that Asher is into anyone who can morally consent. So
yeah. So.
So really, it's just if they have a pulse, and even then, that's as we found out with Wash.
Yeah, that can. Sometimes the pulse can be once a minute, and it's still okay.
It's negotiable.
Akira, knowing your playbook as well as they do by now, there is the the squinty eye at you during this introduction, and actually shoot a thought into your head. Please behave.
Then I will. I was also going to shoot a thought and say, "Hey, there's no snake to keep you from ritual combat this time."
Yeah, she
so
steps forward towards you. Ah, you are normally of the fairer shade.
With that, I'll just look at her and be like, "Well, of course, nothing more beautiful than green." I always say, and I give her like the obvious up-down look when I say that.
Oh, 100% throw down that persuasion. Let's go.
Oh god. Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna roll her die too.
Was one gift not enough?
Dirty 30.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not. I will message to Akira. I'm not ready to be an uncle.
Yeah, and so she doesn't seem nearly as hungry or thirsty as one might think when you lay it on, but she does take it as a compliment and kind of like, oh well, thank you, and she kind of like parts the robe a bit and kind of like showing her fit underneath the warm robes. So like, yes, I do work out. Impossible to not when you tend a house such as this. But and Caduceus says, Caduceus calls from inside the house. Yeah, she chops wood.
As she shows the fit and everything, Ash is just kind of like, suddenly it's not as cold out here as it once was,
Oh my god.
You sure you aren't cold because all the blood's rushing somewhere, Asher?
Akira is just going to is just going to leave this conversation between them and just shake their head. I think that's everyone. Yeah, that's that's.
He's like, I'm blue right now. Let's when I get heated up, I turn purple. You want to see?
Oh my god.
Kassir.
Oh my god.
Save.
What was that?
I said Kassir make a wisdom save.
Kassir make a wisdom save. Uh-oh.
Should I really? Like, legit?
Yeah.
He's on it.
That's gonna be a 22.
You know that Luca attempted to control your mind.
Like, hey!
He's grinning. He's grinning.
And
Hey, get out of here.
as you shake that off, Joan kind of walks around and leans in close to your ear and says, I don't know if you're my type, but you are cute. And just kind of like walks around you, kind of runs her finger kind of across the side of your neck, and then just like at the last second, her hand comes open and just like grabs your neck for just a second. And you kind of feel the thumb on your Adam's apple just kind of.
Ooh.
And she walks inside, and you see her just kind of like shedding the warm robes and just like walking towards the kitchen, very much like, yeah, you're cute, yeah, you're nice, but that tea though, that actual warmth. And yeah, no, she's not unreceptive, but she definitely kind of gave you she definitely kind of gave you the maybe.
Akira's gonna shake their head and just say, "It's the 15th annual Grimgaleer Winter Solstice all over again."
I thought I
look over at Eric and I'm like, I'm gonna be your brother.
Take your inspiration back. Oh my god.
Just take your
Take your inspiration
that gets
back.
the rare justice
dang it, no, I have one.
inspiration
Want
as
one?
well.
Oh my god.
I'll take one if you're giving it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I got one
god.
too, so.
I was.
Way to kick that door in.
Ryan, if you ever watch this, that gave me big U vibes, my guy.
Your brother.
One of my best friends growing up.
That was
He and my sister were way too flirtatious, but nothing ever came of it. But it was just
that's a schoolyard classic.
Hey, shout out to the Cheto Man. Keto Man. Just subscribed with Prime.
gentlemen.
Nice.
Thank you,
Shout out.
gentlemen.
Oh,
Thank
What's
you.
up?
Hi, gal.
Hey, yeah. Hey,
Oh yeah, the Prime subs are rolling in. Oh yeah, we're up to 192 followers, by the way. 8 more, and we can give away dice. Mid game ad for the Bearded GM.
Yep, I will be giving away a GM binder to anyone who is subscribed to us on. Like, if we're gonna do a random drawing, and if you're not subbed, but if you're at least you know, following
Like
us
the
on
page,
Twitch,
yeah.
then therefore your name is automatically in there, and we'll be throwing that out there.
Yeah, just thank you. But
Can I do something?
yes, of course.
At the I'm gonna be your brother. Can I summon Erdrinish behind him and just have Erdrinish grab his throat real quick and just be like, just like kind of mimic what Joanne did, just to be like, try that.
When you do that, I will absolutely whisper like, brother or husband, you make your choice.
Oh, just when you thought you know, he reversed.
He pulled out that plug.
On the brink of victory.
I'd say loud enough so that Joey would hear, but I'd say like, no, I take him.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I'm gonna collect the whole Erdrin clan.
The whole Gresh.
Oh my god, no.
Because you're trying to become the daddy of the whole crash.
Now officially with that, I am making my way with Luca in the house to have tea.
Yes.
And now that's done. It's all done. The drama's done.
I
Indeed.
guess I'll rejoin the skinning efforts.
heading in for tea, heading out for recovery of the dragon. Glorious continuing. She had the hard work of digging through the snow pile earlier, so she needed a snack, and then the hard work of going and finding Joanne, and then needed more snack. Yeah. She's just continuing to clear out that skull for the storm. Kassir, you in or out?
In or out for
Like in house or out of house?
Oh no, I'm in the house. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Going and sitting and having tea with the family.
All the hot green people.
Hey,
there are several.
That's all right. So that being said, everyone kind of settling in, pulling the camera back away as people are settling. You have some knowledge. You have some very valuable things that you are gathering as a group. You have the freedom of what you want to do, where you want to go with this. Unknown amount of time, unknown amount of threat. you all have certain things that are, shall we say, I guess. But you decide your own destinies.
Indeed.
So, it is the 8th of Discar, past the winter solstice, on your way slowly towards spring.
I have some stuff to pitch for this, but go ahead, Erdrin.
Yeah.
You pitch first because I gotta handle some noodles real quick.
Go handle your noodles. Those are very
Take care of
important.
his
Your
nudes.
nude taken care of.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my argument was, we have the people and we have the ability. I was saying, before it was revealed that there is a very real and imminent threat upon those that are still in the Underdark, my argument was we take 2 weeks and we just grind out a crap ton of crafting, make whatever armor we're going to make from the dragon stuff, make whatever equipment we're going to make from that, and then whatever we make that's extra, we either give to like people of the crash or whatever, or we sell it to line our coffers a little bit. That also gives me the opportunity to hopefully get my copper skin armor. So there, yes, I do have a personal ulterior motive in that plan, but that was my argument. Like, we haven't taken time to stop in a while, so
We were supposed to.
yeah, we were supposed to.
Yes, that did get interrupted. Now,
Also, that plan would give us going back to Nicodranus to, while all the crafting is going on, revive who else we need to revive. So,
I'm fine. I mean, I want to hear both pitches, but that's not a bad. I don't disagree with anything stated, so.
I don't either. My just one concern is, if we take that 2 weeks and during the 2 weeks, now all of the other Gith are now Mind Flayer
Right,
goblins.
right. That's the catch of it, is that we do know that we have this Mind Flayer problem as of right now, because Zelif said, and I don't think he was lying when he said that he didn't know. I think he would have said we have X amount of time. So,
Because I'm sure he would have wanted to save his horde if he knew how to.
yeah.
Bearded, are you still hung up on the
15 more days of sobriety.
you still have 2 entire weeks where you cannot get drunk.
I can't get drunk for 15 more days. Do you know how torturous this is for
So
Asher?
you'll be a good assistant in the forge, is what I'm hearing. A good sober assistant in the forge.
Got nothing else going on.
But yeah, that's my pitch.
On top of everything else, y'all were saving your wedding until the threat of Zelilth was no longer hanging over you. And that threat is, in fact, neutralized into a little ball.
Yeah, this might be a good opportunity to get that ceremony cast on you guys and have a little Grim Galerian wedding, if that's where you want to have it, or Nicodronian, wherever you want to have it.
It's really long time.
I don't know. Not to sound overly cautious, I guess. I guess I'm still worried about the Mind Flayer thing. But so if we could maybe do a small ceremony anywhere, since all of us are here, it could even be here, just something for us. And then maybe when this is really a calm period and no one's hunting Gift, we can do a big to-do and everything. Just
Storm, being mildly dumb right now, casts ceremony, marries everyone to everyone.
No.
oh god.
We're all getting married.
How about
oh, oh god.
since we have more resources available to us, I guess.
I'm just making a joke, but that would also mechanically be pretty great because, all of us get a bonus to our AC.
Since we have more resources available to us as a group in Nicodranas, perhaps it would be better to wait for the ceremony till we're back home.
So tomorrow, should
It's
we
fall.
pop home, have a little ceremony?
But I've also sent my family away to Whitestone,
So, needle pulling thread.
Vacation in Whitestone for a wedding?
We could do that. There's also that vault that we've got to look into. Honestly, I'm also pretty curious about why the hell Marclan has ventured this far south.
We still have the threat of Archon looming over our heads.
There is the threat of Archon looming over our heads, which is also tied to that special V vault.
Yes.
Also, I would be remiss to say
Well, if
we have this ceremony without Nock being present.
that would be unfortunate, yeah, we would want Nock to be there. I think,
'Cause
right?
I know he would have been excited for that.
Oh yeah,
So-
I forgot the part before pulling back the camera. A little bit after you all kind of get settled. Well, hey, Nyack.
Hey.
Roll a D100.
Roll a D100.
Roll a
Because I
D100.
have the... Actually, let me change my attunements real quick so I can have that.
Yeah. You would have had.
Get the character sheet pulled up, yeah.
Yeah, you would have had that.
Dr. Dave Nyack.
Because I saw where they were. So I saw they were here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I want to make it canon that the entire time that Asher was being scried upon, like, because he knew it, he was just kind of taking it like a camera and going around everywhere, like, so that we killed that dragon, and we parted about a lot. There's a lot of blood and guts here. He's like, and then just talking about random stuff. I had a sandwich earlier, but I don't.
Right.
Welcome to Christier's ether tube.
Ether tube. I love that.
That is
But-
a 93.
Yeah, so popping in right outside the front door, you actually see the energy start to this kind of rainbow energy and a seal kind of form on the ground, and then suddenly and who do you look like right now, Nock?
At the time we just myself just
Yeah,
regular old-
after everything. Spoiler for the Friday cameo.
Yeah.
But the two of them almost look like they walk out from the gravestones and right in front of the front door.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Don't worry, I'm not here to kill anyone. And I'd have both my hands up, showing there's no weapons in it.
And y'all see Nock. He's wearing the robes of that hag that y'all killed so long ago, and the robes to kind of he knew he was headed into the cold, but also it looks like there have been several chunks taken off of that robe, like it's seen some shit in the last little while.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'd call out the good afternoon, everyone. I'm not here to kill anyone. How's everyone doing today? Akira.
I think you already know since you've been watching.
Oh, that was earlier today. Oh.
Not much.
Is when are there two Gith? Hold on.
Hello. Nyack, was it?
Yes, Nyack, Archmage of Conscription, Headmaster of the Soulstar Academy. Pleasure to meet you.
You what?
You what?
You what, mate? You fucking what, mate?
Caduceus stands up at that.
That was a lie.
And Caduceus himself kind of walks over to welcome you into the home, and looking at you and not being soft or quiet about it, says, the last Cerberus Archmage that graced these lands made a great difficulty for me and mine. I trust that I can not have that from you.
I can assure you any single person in this group could kill me if they wanted to. I'm not going to start any trouble. I just have a school to run starting in a couple weeks after the winter break's over.
Indeed. Well, if you're more about education than setting fire to people's houses, then you're welcome here for sure.
Oh no, it's quite the opposite. People set fire to his houses, it seems.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, that was a whole thing. Regardless,
that sounds like a very interesting story. I'd love to hear.
He'd hold up his hand and he'd say, "Scout's honor, I would never burn your house down."
I would love to let Nyack tell it to you, and then hear Akira tell it to you.
Oh, that's a story for another time.
Could be a story for right now.
If you insist.
Meanwhile, Luca walks right past Nyack to, like, bear hug, knock.
Like, as you're approaching, I'm like, you look very familiar. Do I know?
You look like a lot of people. Do I know you anymore?
Well, it's it can be that way. And he goes, "No, see, you look familiar to me because, well, I mean," and points over at Akira, like, "They look familiar to me, but the last time, the people I'm thinking of, they weren't engaged."
I wasn't aware that changed how we looked.
I'm saying,
I am sorry, Luca. I did have to break
And he
that.
gives you another hug.
Well, it's not like we've exactly had time. I mean, I have had my sendings burned just about every day trying to keep people alive.
Well, that's not good. Not good at all. Well, but and you know, hugs you some more, walks right past.
Good. Hey! Don't move me. I'm standing where I want to stand.
Hey. No, walks
Hey,
right past
hey.
you. I go on over here towards Akira, and I run up and I do the monk bow, just the traditional, like just.
Oh, 100% Akira bows. And then once we finish bowing, I give you a big hug.
A huge glump.
Yeah, like a huge glump. And I make you aware that I'm incredibly happy. So, like, I'm so happy to see you, Nock. It's been too long. You look great.
I do the very, like, just like as I kind of hold you by the shoulders and look, like, you've definitely gotten stronger for one thing. My goodness.
It's the push-ups. It's all the push-ups.
You all do see
God,
on Nock's neck, amongst the robes, there's a pendant on a very nice chain. This pendant, it's circular. Looks like it's held into a setting. This like obsidian. It's very dark, very reflective, and it has this kind of golden script around the circle. But some of the script looks just a little bit scratched, a little bit broken. The obsidian in one place has a crack through it too. But otherwise, it's a very nice necklace.
What's with the fancy jewelry?
It's something that helped me get around quite a bit. I'm not sure how well it actually works, but you know,
You would never
it-
believe how we ran into each other.
It's actually I ran into him about, and he turns out I got a brief meeting with this fine feathered friend, but it turns out you guys were holding out on someone quite cunning and quite classful. It seems, you know, we've become fast friends.
Yeah.
Of course.
Did he tell you
Cunning.
to kill us?
I never directly tried to kill any of you.
He may have left that detail. He did tell me he killed someone and then took their job.
Oh,
Hey.
No, he intended to absolutely betray us.
Oh, well, he seemed to have left that detail out.
Well, he didn't betray us in the long run, so I guess there's that.
It's always a good thing. We kind of had more of a heart-to-heart in talking about that. I mean, it makes sense talking about our past and trying to make up for our transgressions. I can see that those transgressions have been laid bare amongst my feet now.
Well, I can tell you that for certain, it should be overwhelming evidence that Akira, myself, and the Storm have not immediately laid fist to face.
Fair enough.
That should tell you
Yeah.
that it's at least alright.
You know.
Yeah, no, my beak is already chipped enough. I wouldn't have come here if I thought it was going to get some more chips in it.
Considering
So
he
in
bravely-
short, yes, we were holding out on somebody who is quite cunning, yes.
he says, should he so bravely escorted me here. I kind of assumed that no matter what, he was in good standing at least. And having hearing you about
He is in good standing. We just like to egg him on.
He's standing. Yeah, I don't know about this good business.
Hey, I'm doing
hearing-
better. I
hearing
took your advice to
Storm-
thought.
Hearing Storm out like round the corner, and I'll see Eridger.
Who's hot? To who's hot? Who's hot did you take your advice to?
That's not the right question, Luca.
I hear the storm chime up. I round the corner. I see Eridger there. I didn't see him before, and I'm like, and I run over and I give a big hug and.
This is a lift you off your feet kind of hug.
That's nice. That feels good. That feels pleasant.
Like, damn it, I thought you were going to die.
Hey, wait a minute. You sound disappointed.
No, I wasn't disappointed. I wouldn't be. No, I'm just kind of like holding. I wouldn't be doing this if.
I give you a big squeeze around the neck, and then as you let me down, I move past you to go to the storm, and I'm like, never quite sure how to fucking hug you, and so I just jump up as high as I can, to like.
Yeah, gives you the assisted leap and hugs you. Bear hug.
Yeah.
It is tighter than the last time that you got that hug.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, I'm not used to this anymore.
It's good to see you, friend. How have you been?
It's good to see all of you. Where are the others?
Blackbird took off for parts unknown per usual, vigilante stuff, and Brandor, or wait, we know where Brandor is. Derek. Derek, is that what was Chelsea's last character's name?
Yeah,
I'm
Derek,
sorry, I'm
yeah.
blanking.
Brandor's in Hupperduke and Derek is in Western.
Derek is in Western.
I don't think Knock ever met Derek.
Gotcha.
No.
And Shade is doing favors, and now we have his twin brother Shadow. I
And
don't ask too deeply about it. We're rolling with it for now.
And don't forget, Valineth is in Singorn.
I don't think
he's in
met
Zephyr.
Val.
Zeph, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Wherever the place is, the elf place.
He's in his.
I don't
in his
think,
druid grove. That's where he is.
I don't think Nock met Val, as I recall.
I don't know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Shade.
Knocked
It
Shade.
may have been brief, I think. But
It was like last little bit before Nog left. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we had a druid hanging out with us, and he's back in the grove. So that is about the update. Luca and I got engaged. I killed my dad. Uh, Kassir made out with a fey goddess. The storm was captured by a fey goddess, came back from that. We had a cowboy, a ghost cowboy or an undead cowboy. I never really understood his thing, but it was cool from start to finish. Like the whole wash vibe. I'm a fan. Uh, but yeah, that that kind of.
My dad died too. Holds up his hand for a high five.
Oh yeah, high five. Pow. Luca's dad died and then came back as a rabbit.
That's
Airdrum
state
pops.
secret. That's a state
Airdrum
secret. You
pops.
should not tell Nyack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell. We're not telling Nyack that. Oh yeah. Akira's still learning certain social graces.
You gift of gab that?
Can I? Because I think it's only things I say that I can gift of gab.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. Sorry.
You would have the
would
wisdom to
like-
retconning that.
Retconningly here.
It's a state
Airdrum,
secret. Not tell Nyack. He's dangerous.
Airdrum would hop into and say, "Oh, and I'm dating that bartender now, Weimer."
Oh, I'm just a sweetheart.
Yes, he is.
him, he was nice. He's a good person. Good choice.
I
Yeah.
support Wyma. I support you, Wyma. That's good.
I
Thank you.
think that catches you up on most things. There are plenty of details, I'm sure, that are left out here, but we're kind of on a, not that I'm not happy to see you, but we're kind of on a clock with mind flayers that are hunting Gif.
Are we though?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a clock for that yet. We don't know.
We have an unknown clock.
We have an
Yeah.
unknown clock.
Which is worse than a clock, you know. It's
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, yeah, but like, okay, so I don't know. I guess that's more of a when we pull the camera back again kind of talk.
Yeah, well,
but,
indeed. I'll say,
Yeah.
that being said, the whole group, as the whole group is right now, is together again, camaraderie. Now, again, pull back.
There is one important note I would like to hop in with.
Meow.
Before we pull out, Nyack would say, and as I said in that letter, now being an archmage, anything you may need within the walls of the Empire, please feel free to reach out, and I will do whatever I can to help you there. Furthermore, the
letter?
Hellboy situation, the one that I wrote to Akira when I left.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, I also wrote to you about a Hellboy situation. Do not worry about that. That has been handled.
Understood.
all right. Very well then.
So, and Justice, you had some stuff. I don't know if we finished going through your list as well. So,
Well, my list is more like, you said what you needed to say, right? As a Nyack.
Yep.
Okay, so then pulling back the camera,
Big picture
there is a number of things that we are on a air quotes clock for, because it's an unknown time, like the whole Vecna Vault thing. Right?
everything.
We have no idea what the timeline on that getting fucked with is. It might be getting fucked with as we
right
speak.
now,
You know,
It might have been fucked with.
it might have been fucked with already. We don't know. And then there's the whole mind flare thing. That might be like immediate right now. It might happen in a few days. It might happen in a few months or weeks. We don't know. So there's that whole situation, right? Which it also includes Archon and going to the Hells to stick it to him personally, is what I think the Storm would like to do. But I don't know where the rest of you stand on that. But yeah.
I am one. You know, Akira will walk through hell with the Storm any day. So that's if you're going to hell, Akira's going right with you.
Speaking of, would Nock tell them about his adventures?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he'd lay down the law of what's going on. Like, here's what's been happening. Now,
I mean, the storm literally did ask you, "How have you been? What have you been up to?"
yeah,
So.
exactly. And of course, I would not. There's no secrets from this group as it stands. You know. Well, I mean, like, I guess I'm not the best one to really say that. I lied to you all for the first, like, few months that I've known you, and then and then
And then
uh
this guy said that.
yeah, exactly. Then the guy I'm traveling with right now just apparently has betrayed the party or was going to. No, we never fully established everything in chat the other day, but so we were talking about like how there may have been some misinformation initially whenever I went off on my own.
Yeah. So, in that case, to spell it out as I understand it. Correct me if I go off.
I believe whatever you're gonna say is correct because like we didn't like get out the details, so I'm gonna let you kind of like hammer out those details.
Okay. So basically, Nock had figured out where like what the symbol was, and it had been misinterpreted. It wasn't a symbol of Asmodeus. It was a symbol of Tiamat.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
And in researching deals with Tiamat, had discovered, in fact, the highest priest of Tiamat, and was intent on going and fixing his problem himself, and so sought a way to get to Hell, to the first layer, to go and entreat with this priest.
Let me guess. His name is Archon.
His name is Archon, but in going to go and try and make this deal, got a necklace that would help him get there. It was warned that it was discounted for a reason. It's not always reliable, but it'll help you get through the plains. And his slightly damaged amulet of the plains sent him not where he wanted to go. And so he tried it again when it cooled down. And it sent him where he didn't want to go. And basically, he's been hopping Pandemonium, different layers of the abyss, all sorts of places. He got to go to Arborea once. He didn't go all bad places.
Yeah. No,
but
atrocious, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Kind of explaining why he looks, some of his accoutrements look a little worse for wear. But
yeah, and keep in mind, and he would explain, like, yeah, I get to use this once every 12 hours. If I don't let it wait 12 hours, I can damage it further. So.
And about his outfit, I offered to let him use the Crestveil tailor, but he refused for some reason. So.
No, this rugged ragtag traveling thing looks good on you, Nock.
I make do with what I can. No, but yeah, after explaining everything, just kind of getting it all out there, just like, so I figured when I ran into your friend Nyack over here, recognizing him, knowing he was associated with you, I figured I could use him as kind of an earpiece to figure out where you were and see how things were. He told me you were going to be facing down with the Kira's, which definitely made me a little bit wary, but I wanted just to make sure.
Well, as you saw outside, that's what's.
Oh, yeah, that was very much taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sean,
what's physically.
Sean, real quick, loosen up on the mic a little bit. We can hear you breathe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what's physically left of him.
Yep. No, yeah, very clearly. He's like,
We'll end this orb,
you
and
able to handle
the
yourself.
storm pulls out the orb.
And his soul is in there.
Yeah.
Y'all
I've got
did give
it.
him a couple good stabs on my behalf, right?
Yes.
Yes?
Sure.
Yes.
Literally
Thank you.
vivisected him like a butcher, I would say so.
Well, thank you.
I don't think I ever actually got to hit him.
I know I wanted to. You don't put me in a cage like that.
Maybe I did.
Away.
I'm pretty sure you did, Justice.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I was
I'm-
mostly focused on the fake dad. Because it was
Well, no,
trying
you
to kill
grappled
Luca.
him a couple times.
I grappled him, but I don't know if I hit him. Oh well.
No, yeah,
You're
you did do
still-
damage to him because we had to do all that adding and pray that it
Sure,
did
sure,
enough, and then
yeah,
Akira
yeah.
got the yeah.
Anyway. So, well, then it seems that we share a goal in attempting to get to the hills to meet with this Archon. Though, what exactly was your purpose in meeting with this
Uh,
Good
Press-
question.
trying
Yeah,
to find
what was your porpoise?
Glad somebody caught
Fine.
that.
Well, just
Yes.
trying to find a way to free Alex's soul.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bound to T-Mats at this point. So
Right, so how does that work? If you like find the paper, can you like tear it up and that breaks the contract, or do you have to like make a deal to break a deal? How's that?
I figured I would find the priest, strangle him until he told me, and I'd go from there.
All right, okay, yeah, we can work with that.
Yeah, those contracts are not very easily broken.
We can work with that. Yeah.
Usually the necks of the people who write them are.
That's fair.
You've been some places, haven't you?
I've seen some shit.
Or he may have spent too long in House Crestvale. Who knows anymore?
I don't know. He's
What-
been to
whatever the
Pandemonium
case.
and Layers of the Abyss.
See, we're on this plane. Nock is like, I don't want to kill people. On that plane, he's like, no, you guys are a different level. Like, we can talk about it. It's negotiable. Like,
Yeah. Right. So yeah. On that note, though, we've got this whole vault of what was the safe word thing to call him?
The whispered one.
The whispered one. Okay. Yeah, we've got this vault of the whispered one. The west is whispered, what? Not whispered?
Correct. Yes.
Well, okay.
Whispered.
Nyak's eyes would light up at hearing you talking about the whispered one.
Yeah, we've got to go deal with this vault of his. That Archon kind of wants something out of. So, but in order to deal with this guy, I think it's best that we go acquire something to aid us. I think it's over on where's that holy city again? Anybody?
the Holy City?
Yeah. The really big one. The first one, maybe, even?
I'm blanking. Oh my god, I'm blanking.
Yeah,
I
I
know
don't
it.
know.
I think we're all blanking.
Come on, it's like, come on, guys.
That's behind.
Storm's the dumb one here. I know what it is.
No, I this is critical lore, critical role lore. I'm very dumb when it comes to this. Like,
Is it Vasselheim?
It's Vasselheim. Yes, it's Vasselheim.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
I know there's at least
Oh.
one party member present that is intelligent enough to
Vasselheim.
remember it.
Sean
Things,
Sean was forgetting. Not.
That's
not
no, I
Maya.
know.
Sean.
I know.
Alright, well, if that's the case, I vote we go to Vaseline and find some things. You know?
Yeah, Vaseline. We need to go there.
It's
And
so
it-
slick there.
But the problem with that is they really don't like it when you like magic in, so it's a really long trip. Um,
How close can you magic without magicking in?
Sort of say, can't we just magic close and then go from there?
I don't know. Do you know of somewhere close that isn't Vaseline?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Vasselheim. Yeah, you can teleport close. You can technically teleport into the city. They just it'll just get some really unwanted attention.
Yeah, that's what I said. They don't like it.
Is Vasselheim on the Empire or in Taldor?
It is
Neither.
It is beyond.
Neither.
It is on the continent of Elsilra.
Yeah, Ocelot.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's on the continent of Iceland.
Yeah, Ophelius.
How
yeah.
how ironic. The isolation continent, whatever it is.
So that's where we begin?
I think Vox Machina went there once.
I mean, all the more reason to visit Whitestone, I guess.
Erdrin would pop in and say, should we go somewhere that we own to drop off the 10,000 pounds of dragon stuff we have?
Figured we would just start crafting here, make it into stuff that's easier to carry about, and then go from there.
Alright, we're going to have to process at least some of it.
We
There's no way we're carrying all of this to somewhere. I mean, we do not have enough ability to teleport all of
So
this.
what I'm hearing is we're gonna have a big barbecue with a bunch of drinks. I'm down for it.
I can help
If
you
we-
tan some of that leather, but the rest of it, I mean, we don't have a smithy here. We don't keep horses.
Well, Erdrin, you've got a small one on you, right? And I think we could fabricate a bigger, not fabricate, facilitate a bigger one, because it's a slightly wrong word, facilitate making a bigger one with enough raw materials.
Yeah, with enough raw materials, I can forge practically anywhere, and also I can tan whatever leather we need to tan.
I could
Whatever
help
we
with
need
the-
to do, I can
with
do
the
that.
smithing.
So sounds like what we need is a good night's sleep so we can wake up and get to work.
Also, and then Nyack would hop in. If you need extra means of transport and materials, I can't get you exactly where you want to go, but I can at least help you take several trips.
You've been to Wattstone, haven't you?
I've been to Whitestone, but I was saying
Well,
like if you want a home base to kind of deliver it to for the time being, I can take multiple trips to somewhere, and I'll even let you fill up the cellar of Crestvale Manor for the time being if you want to.
I'm sure you would.
I'm not gonna take it. Okay, I may take a little bit of the blood, but
Yeah, that's what I thought. No.
I won't even be there. I got stuff to do. Good Lord.
Yeah, a business to run. I remember.
No, Aaron runs the business now. I'm an archmage now.
And I hardly even know that guy.
He didn't kill any of the Gith when we kept them there, did he?
I have a whole house south of Platanus. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
there-
you've also been
is-
to Nicodranus, right?
Wait,
So-
there's a teleportation circle in Nicodranus, ain't there?
Correct.
Yeah, so if we need to, we can just like load everyone down to the
But
point that their knees are about to break, and we can do some teleportation circles.
You've
back.
also been to House Debator several times, haven't you? Like, you should be very familiar.
Oh yeah, he died there. I mean, he woke up from
Yeah.
death, from being dead there.
Yeah, my point.
Well, I can only teleport once, but I also have dimension
Dementia
teleportation
door.
circle.
I thought you were trying to
Dementia.
say you have dementia, and I was like, well, he finally admits it.
Have a spell. It's called Dementia door.
I also, y'all know,
Oh,
I can do
no.
the whole teleportation circle, and I learned another one now. Based off of Madame Ophelia, I learned how to walk through the plant thing, do the walking through trees thing.
I walk through plants all the time.
So if I just touch a tree here, we can get right back here through the tree. But and I can teleportation circle us back to Nicodranus, and we could do that 2-3 times a day, really. How many spell slots do I have?
What was it that Nick had drawn us?
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh, so you all are in fact leaving.
Well, I'm just offering that. I don't know what they're planning to do. Yes,
Well,
I will
it
be getting
seems
out of
like
your
that is
hair
an
shortly.
option. Yes, yeah.
And you have a way to get to Nicodranus.
Yeah, it
Yes.
seems to be the case.
I would actually very much like to accompany you, if that's okay. If you have the space for me, I interrupted my vacation for this.
Well, luckily for you, there's no limit on the amount of people who can walk through a teleportation circle.
Ah, so I've noticed. I have a friend.
And just to be clear, who is asking?
Caduceus.
And even, well, and Airdrin will pipe in, and Joan, if you want to at least come down for a little bit, I know you probably can't because of the house, but Dad's in Nicodranus.
Oh, you haven't seen your dad, and no, I'll stay here. You take her.
I think it was just made pretty clear that there's not a limit on how many people can come.
Oh, but no, somebody has to stay to tend the grove. And if she's not going to stay to tend the grove, I got to stay here for quite a number of seasons while my family was petrified out somewhere.
Well,
so don't worry about me though. My family's safe now. They're in Nicodranus.
Well, I think we're going to be making several trips. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, no.
maybe she
Y'all were
could just
talking
pop
about
in
a wedding and her seeing her seeing y'all's dad, and no, I'll wait my
hold
turn.
off on the wedding.
I'll wait
I think we're
I'll wait my turn is what I'm saying.
yeah.
And also, if it takes a couple days, if Joanne takes a couple days and she decides she's ready to come back to the grove, I can
perfectly fine.
I can just come back and get you then too.
Yeah, it's no problems. I have my grove. I have my tea. I don't need much else.
Speaking of, before we leave, where's the biggest tree you got so I can go ahead and...
Oh, there's a few. There's a few bigger trees a little bit further away, and he points over into the forest. They're easy to find. So this is an old growth forest, and you're deep in it.
Yeah.
So there are trees to find a bit further away from the grove that are larger, because they occasionally use some of the forest around for things, for living, but they don't take unnecessarily from the forest, and they are very careful and studious about making sure that more forest is planted where they take. And you're able to easily find one close enough to be able to transport via plants yourself.
Yeah. So before we leave for the first round trip, I will go learn about a tree so I can make sure to come back to that tree. And I'll also say, so since I used the scry this morning, I can get us 2 Nicodranus back here, then 2 Nicodranus, and then I could teleport us back here, but that's always a bit iffy. Or we could spend the night in Nicodranus and then finish up moving back.
Oh, if you're planning on teleporting back here, he goes outside and just picks up a little rock off the ground. And says, if you wanted to teleport back here, just my friend Caleb. He takes a little rock from like everywhere he goes. He says it helps.
Caleb. I just got to know him recently.
Oh, you know Caleb.
Are we talking about the same Caleb?
Yes, you are talking about the same Caleb.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's quite an interesting dude. I did remember I can't teleport again tonight, but tomorrow morning I will make sure to get us back up here, and we'll figure it out.
It's all fine. It's all good. And so. With that, like I said, y'all actually have a great deal of capabilities amongst a lot of you. So where you want to go, Whereas you would be working with subpar materials, subpar forge and things here. You would very easily, with the teleportation circle that you mentioned, and a clever use of making use of the storm's great strength and being able to boost that strength, being able to put bundle the bits, roll
Latch them together with rope.
yeah, you'll have hundreds of feet of rope between you. You have so much stuff, and being able to just load up the storm for bear, as it were.
We can also load up Glorious. He's really
Glor-
strong.
Yes, Glorious is pretty strong as well. So yes,
Diana
being able
could
to
carry a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to.
Airdrun.
Yes, you have a number of very strong individuals among you. Akira, not least of which. Everyone being able to contribute to the moving or very very stressful push pull drag and lift of it all.
So that would be 5,520.
Yeah, so literally like half of the dragon, just you.
Yeah.
or just all the meat.
Right.
And the hunk of leather or the hunk of hide to bundle it all in.
I like to imagine the storm maybe eventually becomes the Santa Claus of Exandria, and that's how he carries around the massive sack of presents each year. You know,
just big ass slab of dragon hide.
And between Airdrun and Glorious, we can get another 1,200 pounds on the first group.
Yeah, no, and it's easy enough for y'all to begin all of that. But as mentioned before, bring it back around to the question that I asked.
What are we doing, guys?
Yeah, how long do y'all want to take doing what? Do you want to? Y'all said y'all delaying the wedding, so I guess
we delaying the wedding?
even more important of a question, I guess, is who and what is coming next for you all, as you have places to go, things to do. Some of the players have 2 characters.
I mean, you know which one I'm keeping, but
So does that mean we should just all get a second character? Can I bring Wash back?
I'm staying Akira only.
No, I figured that.
I was mostly kidding anyway.
After
Luca could take full control of Adarius.
That time Akira was in danger, you and I had a very very soulful conversation about what are we gonna do.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Look, my backup character for Luca is just Luca, but harder.
Luca, but harder.
As in, I'm going to just try harder to make sure that Luca doesn't die, so that I don't have to make a new backup character.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I have
My
my own
backup character is Luca.
So are we?
I actually want to bring
Isn't
back
that
Kavana.
you cannot bring back Kavana.
Well, then
That
go
is what you can't do.
then go work out a deal with the Dow.
That's hard to say. Like
That deal's already worked out.
I mean, friggin', if Bearded can't bring back Horatio,
Yeah,
he can. It's just
he can. We'll just lose Roe the player. It's fine.
Don't tempt me.
I think we'll just see a dead Horatio.
That's fair.
like just
Action surge,
like,
action surge, action surge.
and then just Aaron just zaps him. Just
I think the Archon stuff
Yeah.
because some of this stuff intersects in weird ways. So
Mhm.
I think if we pull on the Archon needle, other
We gotta
things will
pull that
fall in
thread to see
line.
how big the sweater is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like we kind of know where the eye might be. We know where the hand is.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but do we want to do that before or after we go get the Sword of Kos, which we can use to destroy the eye and the hand?
I think we get the sword first.
Yeah.
So,
I'd vote we still take like 3 days to craft what the party wanted,
mhm.
so the party can have new stuff from the dragon, and then just, I guess, hire people to prep the rest of it and then put it into.
Oh,
It
and
would be my argument.
I feel like we should. Oh, man,
That some of that could be handed off to some of the employees of Debitoire Exchange.
it
That's what I
could
was thinking,
be.
but I didn't want to volunteer
Some of the
that.
people that I am
It-
reminding and voluntelling
Yeah.
that is a thing that could be done. There's also
I was
they also
thinking.
deal in raw goods. So if y'all
Yeah.
don't want to have to worry about selling those things, you can make what you want and let the rest be sold and dealt with, and it go into Debitoire
We
and
also
your
just hired this
coffers.
crazy, smart new hiring gun that is an incredibly savvy businessman.
Yeah, and I mean, there was also I was thinking of ingratiating us with Gilmore's glorious goods because if we hand him a bunch of blank sets of armor to enchant,
I
um,
mean, porque
That's
los
what I
dos?
was thinking too. Um,
like
For the
like I
ingredients
would
that we
say,
can't process, we get them to the exchange, and for the things we can process, we take those, process them, and get them to Gilmore's.
so
Hey, I like that.
Porque los
can
dos?
we at least take part of
I
that
like
and
that.
supply that to sweeten the deal so I can get my copper skin?
That's the idea.
Um, I would so this it would probably take, in my brain it sounds like about a week of crafting to do all this.
kind of depends. So you can do leather working and whatnot, right?
I can do literally anything.
Right, but like I think specifically the leatherworking would be the thing that I think the Storm can't do because he's like smithing, not leatherworking.
Yeah.
So
I
like if we
can
wanted to
do the
split the division of labor, like you
yeah.
handle the tanning and the leatherworking, and he handles the freaking
I do need to
the,
take one day in the forge,
the
but
smithing.
besides that,
Yeah.
because I have a ring to finish, but besides that, I can handle the leather working and the scale working because I have glassblowers tools, jewelers tools, leather workers tools, smiths tools, thieves tools, tinkers tools, and woodcarvers tools. So and calligrapher supplies, but that didn't really help us here.
I mean, I've got brewer supplies and smith tools, so I can.
So yeah, okay, so then I guess our next question is, what all are we making? I have to make
Who
claws for
wants what?
Akira. I have to make claws for Akira.
Okay.
I
Tim stepped away, so we'll get back to him on what he wants.
Shade
If
wants
anything.
dragon armor.
He does. He said he wants scale mail.
I had mentioned that if you girl boss hard enough, you might be able to fashion some of that slightly heavier armor into a essentially serpent scale mail kind of deal where it has all the lovely properties of scale mail, like the higher AC, but then it doesn't have a dexterity cap.
Here
Ooh.
comes
So,
Okay.
depending on how well you do, you can get that set up for Shadow.
I know. I have to make a set of armor for Eltahane, like leather armor for
Leathers,
Eltahane. And I have to do my ring as well. I know that.
Akira would ask for a leather, like a hooded leather tunic out of this. Yeah.
Okay, that's more for me. Okay. Leather tunic for Akira, and then oh yeah, ring. I know. Also, there was something I wanted to ask, and I was going to ask the Storm to do it. Storm, could you make a dragon scale shield, like a cutlass style shield, like the smaller shields that they have,
Yeah.
or Airdrin?
Yeah, you could probably do that. Probably reinforce it with dragon shoulder.
Type those into our chat so that we can basically something for everyone who's going to continue on to have from this if you want. So a point of focus for all the crafting. So shadows is the nice medium armor that could very easily escalate into even better armor.
Yep.
And then Airdrin wants the nice shield.
Which I was thinking reinforced with dragon bones as well.
Yeah.
Maybe use the shoulder plate bone kind of cut from that.
Yeah,
and then reinforce it with
dragon
with
bone.
A scale or two.
A big dragon shoulder blade bone would be a very hard shield.
I hate the shift enter to get a new freaking line. Sorry.
You're okay.
And plate the front of it with a scale or two, scale and a half. I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
That's what
it's not
you
very
and I
big,
are on the
so.
same. You and I are on the same wavelength there. I got the Akira claws and tunic.
I had actually come up with that whole scales and leather thing with another dragon for another game, and so I just kind of took out some of the particulars for their situation.
Excellent.
and pasted it. So again, not hard and fast rules, just idea candy to throw at you to be like, hey, here's my initial idea. So yeah, is there anything that Kassir would want out of this?
I mean, out of you talking about out of our downtime as a whole, or out of
out of the downtime crafting in particular.
Okay.
Even honestly, even should whichever character y'all decide to keep, we could craft, since Nyak's helping with the teleporting and whatnot. We could craft something for Nyack too. We could craft something for both Kassir and Nock, and then that way you don't necessarily have to think about which one's coming with, because both of them will get cool shit.
Well, and that's my problem, is that for me, with either Nock or Kassir, I can't think of what a Nock does not wear armor, and Nock does not. He all his stuff his usually just magic items of
Hey,
he just
tripped
into this magic item.
Okay. He could also get a set of claws. Another argument for something you may want. Imagine a dragon claw kunai.
Or a dragon fang kunai,
Or a dragon fang kunai.
Or several of both.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool. I mean, because he on his
There's enough teeth and fangs and probably ribs.
No, I mean, that actually no. If you you being the protege of good old Fisher, I fully trust you to make me a dragon claw kunai, and it'd probably be even better than the last one that I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that sounds.
Nice. Okay.
And I guess Nyack would request a claw or fang dagger, one of the two, just one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Could bang that out as well.
Akira wants a cloak. Doomerin.
We got that written down. What do you want?
I want a set of half plate, of the +2 half plate, just to have. So you can swap it out between the adamantine half plate and the mithril half plate as potentially needed. Honestly, also, since we're on the topic, Jeremy, something I was kind of wanting to do is like try to figure out a way to have essentially instead of shift weave, shift armor.
Okay.
That might be something to talk to your artificer about.
That could be something that you could try to work with your
Talk to the
artificer with. Yeah, for sure.
Whatnot.
And this is of a significant magical quality to be able to try that kind of shenaniganery.
Right? That's what I was hoping for.
Right,
I like that. I like
to
that.
have that prepared. And then I also with the shield, I would probably be wanting to try and like imbue it with the Shield of Faith spell.
Okay.
Which just makes it a +2 to AC.
We can work on that. Is there anything Luca would want out of this craft stack, as it were?
Is Luca back?
Is Luca back? That is actually
They are still muted and deafened, so I don't.
I'm guessing not. Did Asher say what Asher wanted?
Yeah, was there? Yeah, was.
Well, that was the other thing. I don't know for Asher. I don't know what could be a thing for him because, again, he's got his magic that he relies on. He does not, as far as I don't know what armor he has. I don't even know if he has. Light
No. He dragons are inherently magical creatures. This particular one was particularly good with magic, so something that to channel magic is well within that purview.
The thing is, I'm so lost on what like I don't know what the possibilities are. I guess so. It's hard for me to get one for Asher.
Asterisk 42. Any?
Well, I can tell you that.
Oh, I hear a timeout.
I have an idea for Asher, and just tell me it's stupid. Please tell me it's stupid if it's stupid. Please be honest with me. So you know how you have your Feywild shard or your like whatever it is? Wouldn't it be nice to have like a wand made of dragon bone to attach that to? As a focus?
As a focus? I mean, I don't know if I can use it as a focus.
I mean,
you can.
Don't you already use the shard as your focus?
Don't I? Oh, well, I do have it.
It's attached to like a staff, so like.
It's in the staff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you can just attach it to and take it from as you need.
How many first of all, roughly how big is a dragon vertebrae?
Vertebrae?
I mean,
probably big enough to have a hero's feast bowl out of.
Okay, all right, yeah. Because I was trying to think like dragon spine staff, but.
Well. I mean, those are very separate pieces, and yes, because that goes all the way down to the tail, and then it's a very long boy.
I think a rib would be better. Luca is back. I think a rib would be better for carving a staff or a wand out of.
Probably.
So, would there be something that I could now with this being a very powerful magic user that we're making this out of? Just we've straight up parted this dragon out, and I love it. I just want to go back into the past and take him aside and go and show him the future and this is just moments before we part you out. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean part me out? No. I mean we're going to break you off into pieces and split
turn you into other things.
Yeah. Make you into various other things and hold up a necklace this is part of you. No. No, I was thinking I use stuff like just thinking outside the box here. I have Far Step, which I use quite frequently, and I like it. What if I had an item that gave me a 5th level, spell Far Step, where I would be able to use it not freely, but without a spell slot, just a
I like with like charges essentially. Is what
Yeah,
you're
with
saying.
charges, and that
So
way
that would be.
I'm out of spell slots, but I can still use this.
Like
I
the
could
wand of
make
fire
the
stuff?
staff for you, or the wand for you that would be able to contain that magic energy. But I think you would have to spend the time enchanting it yourself.
You could help enchant that.
Yeah, and yeah, you could spend the time on
Yeah,
that.
that'd be cool.
You want some?
Okay,
Why
so
don't you make
wand of
some?
fire stuff? Or
Why don't you make
wand
some
fire
green, some nice green shoes, Bearded?
Yeah.
Um,
No. You know what? No, you brought up a point. Get an item that turns me green again. I need something that does greater restoration at will. Like,
I don't have access to that spell.
I don't think anyone here does.
Sorry, buddy.
I need someone to
Hey,
make an item and put greater restoration into it.
here's an idea. So this was a psychic dragon, right?
Best
So
I
this
can do you
dragon-
is a death ward.
So this dragon inherently had resistant to psychic, well, immunity, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
So would it not be good to save a few scales to give to good old Fisher to make some necklaces of psychic resistance or
I mean,
amulets
that
of psychic
requires
resistance?
freaking attunement. Unless
That
you're talking
does
about to
require
sell them.
I mean, I was just throwing that out there.
Right. And the only reason we needed that though was to like protect ourselves from this guy. And well, now he's in my orb. So
you need one most of all.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all good.
There have been no immediate noticeable changes.
No, that's the two things I would say is absolutely on the top of the list for Asher. If there is a way we could get something to be able to cast greater restoration so he can turn himself green again, then that would be on the top of the list. But if he can't do that, then probably something with far stuff. He can help enchant with far stuff.
I could enchant something maybe with prestidigitation that just makes you look green again, but doesn't actually make the blue go away.
It's not.
That's the best I can do for you. I don't have greater restoration.
I can already do that.
But so
what
anyway,
would-
But yeah,
what
so
would Luca want?
Luca's back. Luca, what do you want,
is there-
dragon wise,
yeah, is
dragon
there
part wise?
anything you would want crafted, be it armor or other things or jewelry or
Like a good guitar pick, maybe.
Okay.
Loot
Luca?
pick? Do you use a pick with loots or?
Luca, Tim, hello.
Oh no.
he does have good claws.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, seriously, I don't think that.
Sorry, I'm wrapping my head around dragon guitar pick.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hardcore.
That's very metal.
Everything you
Very
play
metal.
with it is just immediately metal. Like you may be playing like Ode to Joy, and it just comes out just like.
I mean, remember that
Yeah,
tortoiseshell
Luca has
picks are
claws,
illegal.
I
This
feel
is
like-
dragon scale. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna be breaking some kind of international convention here.
This is
What
also
are
a
you talking
fantasy
about?
world.
People hate dragons. Nobody hates turtles.
Well, about that.
You got a
It
pretty
burst
good
your
point there.
bubble.
It's hard to have
But-
big feelings like that about turtles.
Tell that to Shredder and the Foot Clan.
There you go.
Fair, yeah, fair.
Row.
Um,
People love turtles. Just ask an
Right.
Elden Ring fan.
Yeah, I would want one of those sweaters that have a turtle and it just says dog. I want one of those so bad.
Yeah, the dogs.
Yeah.
I'm confused, but okay.
Yeah, that's why
Circling
you
back.
get like the dog
It's-
poke.
Yeah.
Circling back, Luca, what you thinking?
Yeah. What you want?
Oh God.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
What do you want out of the dragon bits?
Out of character, I have complications here because I'm limited on what sorts of armor I can wear. Most light armor does not actually give me an armor bonus compared to just my scales.
But this will be
Right.
+2, naturally.
I mean, that could actually
Right.
come in handy. Could
Right,
make
Jamie?
some kind of light armor out of it.
Naturally +2, right?
Correct.
We could make we could make a naturally +2 studded leather. I don't know how that works for you. There is also the chance for the serpent scale mail that's medium though, isn't it?
That is medium.
Mm,
That's why Shadow can use it particularly.
because he's a ranger.
Because he's a ranger.
I mean, I'm already making studded leathers for El to hang, so we could do 2 sets of studded leathers if you want.
Yeah. Bards don't get shield proficiency.
Some warlocks do, but
It's very sad.
But you took the wrong.
Oh no.
Warlock.
Yeah, I'll say there's ways, but
There's ways.
but also in the same way, Kassir was saying that you know, some sort of wand or staff or item that could that he could imbue Far Step into, so that he could have that on his person.
To do without a spell slot.
Yeah, to do without spells. That is
if I run out of spell
that
slots.
kind of thing. That kind of thing could also be for you, for certain spells. if you
Yeah.
want.
or you know, maybe a dragon skin drum or something.
Or
you know?
dragon skin drum or something.
You know, a dragon
You know, it's
skin banjo.
it's
goes
it's
so
psychic
hard.
shit. It could help with some of your
It
stuff
could.
that you do.
It'd be really thematic for like counter charm.
We'll put some serious work into making a dragon scale Saturn or lyre.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So that sounds like that would go to me, since I have made a musical instrument as Eredrin.
Yes, you have.
I already have. Well, I will eventually have to give this sword back.
We could make you a
You
dragon.
you were given that sword specifically for to have the myth of slaying the collector. You did succeed, and
Which
it
means that now I have to give it back.
well, I mean, it would be kind.
and
She
you'll
hasn't
get
come
the
a knocking for it, but
You'll
Well,
get
then
the
I think-
lighthouse sword back then, which we could do something to add to the lighthouse sword if you wanted.
I think it would be best to try to do something for a weapon then, since I will be having to replace Mythcarver. I do want to give it back. God knows she ended up in some trouble and maybe could have used it.
So, like a
So-
dragon bone longsword.
Yeah.
Okay,
ooh.
so Dragonbone longsword.
All right,
Well,
make
we
it-
can actually also do both, since Slayer and I are doing the majority of the crafting. I can make the Saturn while he makes the longsword.
yeah.
Mhm. Division of labor.
Division of labor, indeed.
And it's almost like I have 2 sets of hands.
As part of that,
And I will
while
update this.
while y'all are figuring that out, you know, the transport back and forth, getting everything there, Nyack eventually goes to part and go to his responsibilities. Kassir,
Yep.
after everything that you've endured, everything that you've gone through with these people, with some days to sit and to breathe the ocean air of Nicodranus, what's running through Kassir's mind right now?
Yeah. Well, I would say after a bit of the hustle and bustle, after we get everything squared away, 'cause I don't know how long all this is going to be taking, like with the crafting and all that jazz. But whenever,
Yeah, a little touch of time.
yeah,
With the movement, we could have done all the moving of stuff in one day, considering
Yeah.
how much.
Well,
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. You're actually
Yeah.
you're actually having time to sit and to think, and to watch the ocean and.
Actually, in the time while we're crafting stuff, I was actually gonna check in one thing for Asher. Would somebody be able to craft Asher a set of sending stones that are connected to each other, like for communication between two people, kind of like how me and Nyack have one set up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be very easy.
I'm assuming, right? That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a decently skilled artificer who would be able to do such thing.
Yeah. And so after that's all said and done,
I don't know if that's on your short list, but I would say that because you have the ability to hit, uncommon magic items pretty well, that'd be well within your purview.
Yeah, I kind of figured they'd be pretty easy to make for whoever. So what I would do at that point is I would, have those, made, and then whatever we had come up with for Asher in the meantime, which we can totally put a pause on that for a later time or whatever. But he would, when he finds some downtime, kind of get the group together and where he can get a point to talk to everybody at once, and he'd just be like, so guys, been doing some thinking, and not that you guys aren't super fun to hang out with, you guys like to rush into a lot of crazy situations. And as much as I want to be that guy, not really that guy. But whenever Nyack sent me that letter, when he left, he extended an invitation to me to basically come work for him. And at this point, I think I'm electing to accept that. Which means that I would be just going back with him, doing his, with his business and everything, and it would be a much, more settled life for me. So that's something that I want to make sure that I can. I feel like this is the best move for me.
Of course.
Tired of almost dying.
Say what?
Tired of almost dying.
Tired of almost dying. Yeah, absolutely. He's like,
perfectly good reason.
I mean, and the thing is, I've not really been close to dying too many times. It's just the fact that, like, because I'm at the back of the crowd, I kind of avoid it as much as possible. I'm gonna go probably find a little better place to settle down, at least for now, at least for a while. Who knows? Maybe forever. But I would ask whenever any point the gestures over towards. When is the wedding supposed to happen at this point?
It's been delayed.
It's undecided, but we will be sure to find you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you could send for me, I would be honored to attend. I would absolutely not want to miss that whatsoever. You know old Kassir, he's a big fan of love. Well,
To be clear,
Akira's gonna give you a big hug and tell you to be careful, keep training, stupid sexy Asher.
yeah, and I promise.
to be clear, if you're ever in Nicodranus as well, whether I'm there or not, you will be welcome at House Depatoire.
Appreciate that.
Airdrone will pop up. Kassir.
Yeah.
I did something similar. I took some time off and I took a settled life. Take every advantage that you get from it and do not take it for granted.
Appreciate that.
And if you're ever in Hupperduke, don't hit on him, but say hey to Weimer for me.
No, I'm.
Shouldn't have even told him where he was.
He's like.
Now he's in
no,
danger.
I'll pass it along. He says, but I appreciate absolutely everything from you guys. I kind of happened across you guys by accident. Technically, I was indebted to you for an undisclosed amount of time. But I'm glad I served a purpose here, at least. I'm glad I was able to pull you from the fire when I could. And it's definitely helped me grow up quite a bit.
Do you feel like you're walking away with more than what you came here with?
Definitely, actually. It's actually a good way to put it.
In that case,
And that's definitely the truth. Look at the loot he got.
In that case, then I'm very glad that we did you more good than harm.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go settle down with, work with this schlut over here, and I'm gonna go find my dad, spend some time with him. Haven't seen him in a long time, or not really hung out with him in a long time at least. In the meantime,
That reminds me, I gotta. Go ahead.
In regards to me growing and maturing and everything, he takes out that one of the sending stones, tosses it over to Eredrin, and he says, "Could you give that to V for me?"
I can definitely do that.
Oh.
Well, I'll say you're in-house Debitor.
We're in Nicodranus.
You're in Nicodranus.
That's where she is.
That's where she
I didn't
is.
realize we were there. I thought we were out in Whitestone getting stuff together because we were talking about vacation.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that was when we were talking about wedding stuff. Wedding stuff no longer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, he's like, in regards to maturing and everything, I'm gonna go. Before I pop off, I'm gonna go leave one of these with B. So, and then, but I fully cannot leave here without getting a hug from each and every one of you, especially that shit brick house of a man.
Yeah,
the storm.
and the storm will kind of come over and pick you up to give you a big hug, and we'll say through the hug he'll say, "You saved my life in the Fae from that weird wife of yours, or whatever happened. And that is how you repaid your debt to us. It was a repayment that was greater than what you owed. So if you ever need anything from us, you know how to reach us."
I appreciate it. And then like I said, I'll take all my time to give each and one of you a proper goodbye, proper, appropriate level hug, however you want to. Asher, he'll hug you until the day is done, but physical contact is not something he's shy of.
Adrian would have something specific to say, and he'd say, "If Day ever gives you any trouble, just remember that he is in fact scared of snakes." So.
Okay. Good to know. It's not like I have any illusory magic I can use. Oh, wait a minute, I do.
Thus the wheel turneth again.
But I will, get my stuff. I will go drop off. I will go give a proper goodbye to V. It'll be a minute.
What's your definition of proper goodbye to her?
That is none of our business.
I was going to say.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
None of our business.
A minute.
You tell her that you're going to go work with Nyack and Rexentrum?
Essentially, yeah. I'm going to be...
Rexentrum is where she had been living for some time, some number of months before all of this happened. She follows you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And that, so I go.
Oh, the beach life. Hang out in House Debitoire and live that life. It seems really appealing to quite a number of the other Gith, because they got used to Grimgalier. Grimgalier is Grimgalier, and Rexentrum is just flat Grimgalier, and.
Flat Grimgalier. I love
it.
it.
Yeah, it's just flat Grimgalier, not located half inside a mountain.
Well, I will say after that, then if that's the case, we have our proper goodbye. It takes a while,
Yeah, it's a very appropriate goodbye.
And then I hear that information. Then basically what happens is when we get that squared away, I come back to the group and I'm like, by the way, she doesn't need this, and I give it to Nock, and I'm like, if you need to contact me, let me know.
And so, yes, Kassir and a couple of the Gith Not just V, but a couple of them.
Okay.
Does Day come along too?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But
Nyack will be open to that teleportation, and it's like, before I leave, is anyone willing to sell a little bit of that blood?
I do have 55 gallons of it.
I'll pay market price for it. Market price.
What's market price on that?
What's market price on that?
A gallon of dragon blood, 500 gold.
Oh yeah, 500.
Let's give him a gallon then. That's my recommendation.
Right on. Down to 54 gallons.
Sure you don't want to buy 2 gallons?
Nope. I have enough to buy 2, but I want to keep some gold on me. So no, just 1 gallon will do. Yeah. If y'all need anything, like I said, please reach out. I'll spend most of my time over at the what's it called? The academy. Reach out if you need anything. And I guess I'll teleport them off. Get them out of here.
All right. So I was like narrowing the PC field a touch. I figure, a smidgen. I figure we can see to those rolls off screen, so we can cut the stream just a touch early today, and we can get those dice rolls out of the way off screen, so we don't have to worry about them. Worry about burdening the stream with it, since we don't have anything pressing to get to right now for the story, and that. So, hi guys, thanks for hanging. So many of you were on today. Hi. We've been constant at 7 or 8 for most of the day.
I love it.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all hanging out. If you have a spare subscription to give here on Twitch, we really appreciate it. We had 3 in the last couple of days, 2 today, in fact. So, thank you. There's a Patreon to help us out. There's YouTube subscriptions. We just hit 100 subs on YouTube. It'd been evading us for so long, and our watch time has really gone up over there. So a very active thank you to those of you that are watching longer and really helping out our views there. It's on the road to partner level of views, so really appreciate that. We just need 400 more subs. So tell your friends. We really appreciate it. This is our last episode of 2024. No, we have one more. We have one more. I'm smart. I promise. But anyways,
for next week or whatever. So.
Next week I'm going to be here. If y'all are here, I'm going to be here.
I will be here.
So, as always, Sean, you want to take the first part?
Black lives matter, and trans rights are human rights.
Please remember that kindness is free, and please, please, please keep going.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out our TikTok, Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Blue Sky, and whatever else we may add ourselves to later on down the line. Check out all those good things.
Morse code.
And Sanderson sponsors, dude.
Obviously.
Creeping up on that Stormlight run.
And since Teddy's not here, I'll say it. Until next time, everyone.
Everyone knows the lily of the valley, a sunburst of a tolly of roses, sharp thorns. But the prettiest, sweetest of the flowers only grows on the farther shore. Sweet top cherries and blackberries on the bush, bursting with nectar when the peel has been shorn. But the sweetest and most bountiful of orchards only grows on the farther shore. Till you go to the farther shore, that paradise to rest when your old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. Wild temptations haunt this earthly coil. Some may resist them, though others can't ignore. But the promises of pure imagination take us all to the farther shore. It must be everything that everyone was promised. It must be all that we could ever want and more. It must be better than the love we leave behind us. They only know on the farther shore. Till I go to the farther shore. This paradise to rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. I want to hear everybody, come on. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go, now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear you now. To the farther shore. Show a grin, wake the dead. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go, now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear to the farther shore. Let me hear your voices, everyone. To the farther shore. Sing it, everyone. To the farther shore. Thank you very much, everyone. In memory of a friend.